Hey everyone, welcome back to A Merry Life on a Budget, where we are trying to live our happiest lives while on a budget to achieve some financial goals. Our current financial goal is to get out of debt. We are currently paying off debt that was accumulated from my college experience. So we are paying off $43,000 in student loans. We are currently down to $29,000 and it is going well. But today I want to talk about summer budgeting because summertime is so much fun. It is my favorite season because there are lots of sunshine days, pool days, barbecues. There's so much that goes on and it is just super, super fun. But that also means the budget can be busted real quick. So I'm going to go through a list of summer budget items that you might need to include in your budget. So when you're preparing your monthly budget or your bi-weekly paycheck to paycheck budget, make sure that you've kind of thought ahead about what you are doing that month and what's going on, and then include these in your budget because they are gonna happen whether or not you've included them. So instead of busting your budget, plan ahead for these summer budget expenses. Let's start with the one thing that I need the most: sunscreen. Every summer you need to buy new sunscreen that is going to protect your skin from the harmful sun rays that you're gonna take in. I know it's nice to get a tan, but protect your skin. I've had a friend that had skin cancer and it was not a good experience. Protect yourself. SPF, lather it on, and have a good time, but be safe. So sunscreen, plan to purchase it. And then also plan to purchase any other sun blocking gear if you need a hat, or if you need long sleeve summer clothes, or if you're going to the beach and need a rash guard, things like that that will block the sun. Plan for those because they are important. Another summer expense is yard care. So everything starts growing and there's greenery and it's beautiful, but that means you have to spend money on your lawn or yard or garden. We obviously have increased our plant life at home with our garden, so we are including a little bit extra in our house fund each month so that we can get things like fertilizer, or if we have to get something to fix the lawnmower. We just got a free lawnmower that we had to get fixed, and so things like that you might need to include in your budget. Yard care is important. So another thing is plants and plant maintenance. Obviously that can be included in yard care, but it's also something that may be a separate item for you beyond just landscaping and cutting your grass, which is a regular expense for most people. We have to get fertilizer, we have to spend more in water to take care of our plants, and that is something that you might want to include in your summer budget. Another thing is higher AC cost. It's hot and most of us don't like to be sitting at home in heat, so we have higher AC costs in the summer. One of my personal goals for the year is to keep our utility bill under a certain amount, under $200. So we have to be cognizant of what we have the temperature set at, but it will be a little bit more than other months, and we will be running the AC. So we just have to pay attention and know that it will be higher. We just need to keep it under a certain amount. So plan for higher expenses. Another thing in the summer, of course, is vacations, and not everyone's taking a vacation and not everyone can. So this also includes staycations, where you take off work and do the things that you need to do at home, which is something my boss actually just did. He did a week of staycation where he built a cool bread oven. And we are taking a vacation later this summer, and it's something that obviously has been in our budget for several months because we are saving up ahead of time to pay for the trip. So if you're planning a vacation, plan ahead, give yourself time to save up for it so that you're not paying off credit cards after the trip, because it's not as fun if you're paying for the trip after the trip. The next thing that is on the list of summer expenses is water activities. So that includes water parks, pool passes, country club passes so you can use the pools there, splash park fees, things like that. It's summer and it's fun to be in the water, but that also includes money. So unless you have a pool or you have family and friends that have a pool that will let you come play as much as you want, plan for some water activity expenses. A very, very frustrating summer expense for us is bug spray. We have to buy bug spray for both our home and our bodies because Bugs are terrible, and currently in the summer we have a mosquito problem, we have an ant problem. It's just, there's a lot of bugs. So we have to plan ahead and keep our home budget enough money to spray for the bugs, because we have to do it to survive, because otherwise the bugs will take us over. They are hardcore. But just plan in the summer to have bug sprays. If you don't have a regular contract, we just do it in the summer when bugs are bad. So just plan for that, because it's a thing. One of my favorite activities in the summer is barbecues. Our friends love to get together and do barbecues. Our family does too. So we often have barbecues where we have to bring something or make something or bring charcoal, and that stuff can add up, especially if you're doing it every weekend or if you're doing it really often. So plan for extra big events and barbecues, because those are gonna happen and they're super fun and you should go, but just make sure it's in the budget. So you might have to increase your grocery budget, or you might have to have a separate like barbecue budget for the summer. I live in Memphis, so barbecue means barbecue and like barbecuing, but you know. And then the other thing is summer birthday parties. I have been invited to so many little kid birthday parties this summer, and thankfully a lot of friends do really cheap ones, but also sometimes there's presents and there's things that you have to bring, and if you're going to a pool you have to have stuff for that. So just look ahead and think about who has birthdays coming up and who you'll have to have a little bit more money for. If you have a gift fund, which we do every month, which has been very helpful, it comes from that for us. But if you don't do that, just plan ahead and see what you need to increase for summer gift giving. Similar to that is graduation gifts, because graduation time is here. So we just had some friends graduate from college, and then all of our little high school friends are graduating soon too. So we have a lot of graduation parties and things that we go to in the month of May and June. So having a gift budget for that is really helpful. And if you don't have anyone graduating, congratulations, because you're saving money. But usually for graduations we like to give just money, so we try to have some of the gift fund go toward that. And let's see, another thing is weddings. We don't have many weddings this summer because they're later in the fall and winter for us, but most summers in the past 4 or 5 years we've gone to multiple weddings. Actually, I take that back. We did just go to a wedding a couple weeks ago. I've already forgotten about it. We gave them money, which was great. I hope they use it for something really useful and start their lives together in a great way. But there are a lot of weddings in the summer, and you need to plan ahead for that as well. If you're invited, you need to bring a gift. Don't show up to a wedding without a gift of some kind. Seriously, just don't do it. If you can't bring a gift, just don't go. Just say no. But if you're going to the wedding and you want to support the couple, bring a gift or bring cash, because honestly, everyone starting out their newlywed life would prefer cash. For the most part, I know I did. So, events, special events are a thing in the summer, and they're amazing, but you got to plan for them. So make sure you've got graduations and weddings in the budget, and know that they're coming in the summer. Just don't pretend they don't exist, because they exist and you need to be prepared. Another thing, which is a little bit more fun, is farmers markets and pick your own vegetables and strawberries and stuff like that. I love those, and in the summer they're so much fun. They are both entertainment and groceries, so it kind of combines two things with once. But make sure you have those types of types of activities in your budget, because they're fun and they're a perfect summer activity, but they do cost money. So if you are going on a vacation, you need to include vacation gear. So we are going to the beach later this summer, and we need a tent for our baby and a beach umbrella and some stuff like that, because we're staying in a house and they have some stuff, but it's not really a family that has babies. So we need baby gear for the beach, and that is something that is in the budget for that trip. If your vacation is in a different location, you need to plan for a couple different things. One, is ATM fees. If you are going somewhere where your bank is not located, if you don't have a national or Allpoint debit card, then you will probably have a little bit more ATM fees. So that is something to plan for in the summer if you are traveling. Along with that travel expense is gas money, because even if you're just driving to the airport or driving somewhere close, you will probably have to pay more in gas. We are driving to the beach, so we will have a much bigger gas budget later in the summer when we are going to the beach. We will have a good amount in gas for that. And then just overall in the summer, gas prices tend to go up because people are driving more and they are going on vacations and traveling, so gas prices rise pretty much every summer. It's pretty predictable at this point, so you might want to up your gas budget. I didn't do that in our budget this month, but I have been thinking about it because I know that gas prices are going up. So we will probably be increasing our gas budget for next month because it is just an extra expense. And that is what it is. It just helps to plan ahead and know that these things are coming in the summer. So all the next ones are kid related, because if you have kids, summer is expensive, y'all. It's expensive. And I know this because I have several nieces, and my brother and sister-in-law are always talking about expenses for the kiddos. So, and I know these will be coming for us in a few years. Right now it's pretty much the same because our baby's not old enough to go to school yet. But even once she starts preschool, summer gets more expensive. And the first thing that you might have to pay for in the summer for your kids, summer camps. They are great, and I think kids should go to them, but they are expensive and they are something you need to budget for in the summer. Next, childcare or daycare for the times when you're working and your kid is not in school. Because not all of us are stay-at-home moms, so working moms have to plan to up the budget to cover summer childcare. And it's not great, but it is a reality. So if you're a full-time working mom and you have a child and they're not in school, just be realistic and plan for the extra childcare expenses. The next expense for kids is physicals during the summer. If they're going to play sports either in the summer season or in the fall when they go into school, you kind of have to get a physical. It just is what it is. I haven't had a physical in a minute because I'm, not in school. But I do know that my niece gets a physical every year and does her sports. And then once school starts back, you will have both school supplies and new clothes. It's pretty much a given. That's later in the summer, but it helps to plan early in the summer for those expenses coming. So if you have kids, the whole summer is expensive with childcare, summer camps, and then back to school expenses. Those usually come in August, depending on where you live. For us, it's August, so it's not that far away. It's really not. The last thing on my list for summer expenses is holidays. It feels like there's so many holidays in the summer that aren't big holidays, but everyone still celebrates them. So there's Father's Day, there's July 4th, Labor Day, just all sorts of things that are fun and people get together for, but they aren't huge holidays. So you'll probably do something like a barbecue. That's what we did for Memorial Day, and that's probably what we'll do for Labor Day and Father's Day and pretty much every holiday. So it kind of goes hand in hand for us with the barbecue expenses. But however you decide to celebrate those, just plan ahead for them. When you do your budget for the month, check the calendar. That's what I do. I like to check my calendar in my Happy Planner and see what holidays are coming up so I don't forget to include something in the budget. And since we have a gift fund for things like holidays like Father's Day, it really helps. But for everything else, we just kind of want to up our budget or keep it in mind if we are doing something for that holiday. So those are my summer expenses and things that I think you might want to look out for. If there's anything that I've missed that is very summer specific, let me know in the comments because I would love to include it in my budget if I need to. Thanks for watching.